Yeah, my name is Switchvilla. I'm a music producer slash beatmaker slash dancer, residing here in the Bay Area, California, Sunnyvale, which is the South Bay near San Jose. For those that don't know, it's not San Francisco, which is like the main thing people think of when I say Bay Area. My group is Switch Village. My poppers that I put together this year. So yeah, we just started, but we're having a lot of fun. Can't complain about that. For the music side, I felt like the last maybe 5, 6, 7 years or so, when poppers started turning to more like loop-based songs for battles, you know. It became very like repetitive, and then you had people that started to make their own music too, which is like really great that, you know, we're finally generating our own content for our dance. That's a beautiful thing, but there was a lack of experience where it would be very repetitive, like the music they would provide for these competitions, and I felt like it took a lot of the raw, organic elements that come from just like a full-on music production, or like things that we had like when we use songs created by bands and you know, artists where it was like actual legitimate songs from beginning to end. You know, it wasn't just like an 8-bar loop that, oh, here you go DJ, it's ready, like, you know, play it, which I felt like people really got used to, and it took a lot of the live kind of energy, that flair, that rawness out. So with my music, I wanted to introduce that more kind of organic, raw musical element back in. Like that raw element of just like getting down, dancing, and going off. It's gone now. It becomes so like methodical in its approach, where like everything is thought out, and you know exactly how you're gonna hit it every single time. I like that kind of it's not really perfection, you know, where it's the skill level is so high, but there's still that little amount where it's imperfect enough where it just feels like organic and natural, where it's not thought out, like it just spur of the moment, it just happens. Like that's what I want to bring back to dancing, and I feel like it's missing right now. I think it's really good because it also gives me the opportunity to see how the rest of the world is dancing and how they're moving, because before that I wasn't too familiar. You know, like I knew everything that was going around here, like in North America, so the United States, Canada, like I would be caught up with that, but to see how each country has their own like distinct flavor and style, even though it is the same dance, like we all do the same technique, like we're all poppers, so we all hit, you know, or like we all do, I mean, like yeah, still the majority is like a style that favors more the electric boogaloo side, but they all have their own approach to it, where it's like, it's beautiful. It's like so many different variations of like the same concept, you know. And to have my music out there and to see how they all react to it, it's like, it's just more inspiration for me to try to keep building and make things a little bit different, a little bit newer, a bit more creative every time. Because I don't want to make music and it's going to be the same as the last release, you know. Like every album I've done, I've tried to have either like a different approach, a different feel, or just like different techniques that I use to create it like all together. I didn't want one thing to be compared to the next and like, oh, that sounds exactly like, you know, like I Am the Future, or the like the Funkin' EP, or you know, God Killer. Like, you know, I want each one to stand on its own right and be like, this is from this specifically, as long as they give me credit. And that's all I'm asking, is credit. Like, is that too much to ask? Like, if you post my song on YouTube, that's cool, but then the first thing you say is, hey guys, subscribe to my channel, you know, whoever, like Pop and Dance Nation or whatever it is. And no offense if there's a Pop and Dance Nation channel out there, I didn't mean you guys, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of ridiculous how in like the description it'll be all this info about their channel and how to subscribe more to them and how to help them with their generated ad revenue on YouTube, which isn't much, I know, but. And then they'll have like a little snippet at the very end, like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the guy who made the song, you know. Well, I mean, no, most of us, we're not gonna click that little expand button to see the full text. So if you are gonna share my stuff, just make sure it's like in the top line, just so they know, like, hey, they got it from me, cool. You know, most of my stuff is free to download anyway, so I really don't mind sharing. I would just like credit for what I do, you know. I think the worst is like DJs who make mixtapes and then sell those, and then I find my track on them, and you know what I'm listed as? Track 32 or track 5, and it's like, I'm helping you guys, so help me too. You know, that's it.